Hello. This is Antya from Byte Shuffle. Thank you for always watching my videos. The highlight of this episode is the intense battle against the approaching hate bears, where we managed to grasp victory at the last moment. Here is the deck list we will be using this time. The link to the deck list explanation video is in the description below. Please take a look if you're interested. I don't have any lands, so I'm going to mulligan. I'm keeping this hand because it has an island to start with, and I can organize my hand using draw sources. Since it's not an early hand, I'll send the Chrome Mox, which does nothing on its own with just one card, to the bottom. There's a possibility that the opponent's deck is a mana denial deck. I'll search for a basic land to prepare for Wasteland. I'll search for mana acceleration. I couldn't find it, so I'll shuffle. Casting Duress might allow me to pull Green Sun Zenith from the opponent's hand, but if I do, they could play a hate bear from their hand, increasing the likelihood of my defeat, so I'll pass the turn. I'll search for mana acceleration. I return 2 copies of Duress. I'll deliberately fetch a non-basic land in hopes that the opponent will break it with Wasteland. This is a perfect top deck that completely ignores everything that has happened so far. From here, I'm going all in. I'll increase the mana needed for the combo. Considering there might be endurance, I should have chosen the ad nauseam route from Infernal Tutor here. I'll go for the combo through the graveyard. I'll accelerate mana while also building up storm count. Now that I have accumulated enough storm count, I'll cast Tendrils of Agony. Before sideboarding, I'd like to review the list I used. First, the conclusion. I would like to explain step by step. The cards that are likely in the opponent's deck are these. First, there are hate bears such as Collector of Endurance, Talia, Guardian of Thraben, Gaddock Teague, and Opposition Agent. The opponent will augment their hate bears using cards like Fauna Shaman and Green Sun Zenith. In response to the hate bears, I'll counteract them using Dress Down, Echoing Truth, and Abrupt Decay. For sideboarding out, discards that don't contribute much to the game can be considered. Currently, it seems that the guard against storm decks isn't very high, so I'm completely removing the discards this time. If you're cautious of the opponent's Mindbreak trap, it might be wise to keep some discard spells in your deck. When keeping discard spells, since the setup for Veil of Summer is inherently weak, you could consider reducing the number further. Considering the possibility that the opponent has a lot of discard spells, I've decided to keep more copies of Veil of Summer for the second game. I've reduced Beseech the Mirror by 1, as it's likely to be targeted by the opponent's sideboard cards. It looks like I'm going to be flooded with lands, so I'm going to mulligan. I'm keeping this hand because it has an island to start with, and I can organize my hand using draw sources. Since it's not an early hand, I'll send the Chrome Mox, which does nothing on its own with just one card, to the bottom. I'll search for mana acceleration. Stack the deck with Polluted Delta, followed by Dark Ritual, and then Lion's Eye Diamond, and draw. Collector of has locked down my artifacts. I can't activate Lion's Eye Diamond, so I can't achieve Hellbent. I'll search for ritual-based mana acceleration. I've stacked Misty Rainforest followed by Chrome Mox. To achieve Hellbent, casting Brainstorm leaves me 2 mana short. I'll hold on to Brainstorm to be prepared in case the opponent tops a devastating hate bear like Gaddock Teague or Opposition Agent. I'll search for Dress Down. I've stacked 2 Chrome Moxes. The adventure ends here. After playing the second game, it seems that the opponent's graveyard hate isn't very strong, and their discard spells also appear to be limited, so. For the third game, I've removed all copies of Veil of Summer and brought back Beseech the Mirror, switching to a lineup with 6 copies of Infernal Tutor. Since I'm going first, I've put Thoughtseize back into the deck. I'm mulliganing for a faster hand. It's a bit weak, but not weak enough to justify a double mulligan, so I'll keep it. Sending Volcanic Island to the bottom. Ideally, I'd cast Thoughtseize from Bayou to take out a hate bear. Despite the presence of Leyline of Sanctity, I mistakenly started with Bayou, messing up right from the beginning. Just another day of business as usual. I'll be promptly showing Gaddock Teague the exit. The tough situations continue. The weight of each draw is becoming more significant. Since I could lose next turn, I'll remove the opponent's hate bear and check the top deck before deciding what to do next. I'll search for Infernal Tutor. I've stacked Tendrils of Agony followed by Abrupt Decay. I've overlooked that the opponent has only one card in hand. If I go with the ad nauseam route, I usually activate Lion's Eye Diamond, LED, to execute the combo. I put back Tendrils of Agony out of caution for the opponent's endurance, but it was a mistake. I'm going all in from here. It's time to stop ad nauseam, but with Infernal Tutor, if I can accumulate enough Storm and reach 6 mana, I can secure a win. With Beseech the Mirror, if I've accumulated enough Storm, reaching 4 mana, and having at least one permanent on the battlefield will secure a win. I'll accelerate mana while also accumulating Storm. I'll remove Leyline of Sanctity. Now that I have accumulated enough Storm count, I'll cast Tendrils of Agony. Thank you for watching up to this point. I apologize for the frequent play mistakes. I hope to improve at MTG together with everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a thumbs up. See you in the next one. This has been ANT, ya.